It's a 2013 F150 with 333,000 miles on its 3.5-liter EcoBoost engine, and I'm told on cold starts it rattles. It's cold right now, so let's fire it up and see what's going on. It looks a little slimy down in there, like it's been leaking oil, but the oil is up to level. It also looks like somebody's recently replaced the water pump. Alright, let's try it. Boy, it runs pretty rough, but I don't hear any rattle. Boy, these battery cables look pretty rough. You should always grease your terminals so stuff like this doesn't happen. No shortage of codes here. Intake camshaft position over retard, exhaust camshaft position over retard, bank 1, same thing with bank 2. Both intake and exhaust are over retard. There's something going on. Just driving this thing around and watching the live data, it appears the phasers are working correctly, but I have enough information to know that it needs at least a chain. I can inspect those phasers while I'm in there. They'll probably need to be replaced too. Let's get after it. With these, especially the high mileage ones with lots of leaks and potential problems, I just pull the core support right out of the way so I can see everything. I'll probably do a separate video where I'm doing that, but you won't see that in this video. All this stuff here is just going to magically disappear. There we go. There is a video of me removing the core support available if you want to watch that. Now I need to make all this stuff disappear. All these lines, wires, and hoses. I'll do a video about that, but I'm not going to make you watch that right now. And just like that, we're at the point where we're ready to take these covers off. Each one of these valve covers have like 12 bolts. I'm not going to make you watch me take those out, or the timing cover bolts, but I'm going to loosen all those, and then you can watch me crack it open. All the bolts are loose, but before I lift this cover off, I want to try to blow as much of the dirt off from this lip as possible to try to keep some of the dirt out of the engine. Alright, all the dirt's out of there. Let's crack this egg. This is probably going to take a minute. I've got to loosen the seal all the way around, and the seals around the spark plug ports too. Okay, the big reveal of this mess. She's a golden oldie, isn't she? Well, the lobes are still on the cams. It doesn't look bad, just old. More of the same over here. Nothing obviously broken. Everything just has this golden patina on it. That's okay. It's got 333,000 miles on it, and it's 11 years old. Let's pull the timing cover off and see what that looks like. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know what I was expecting, but this thing is gross. It's got a thick film of what looks like grease all over the inside of the engine. It's just nasty. And these parts look original. They're all stamped with the Fomoco stuff. It's got that off-colored guide over here on this side. It's got the Ford phasers and the typical Ford layout you would see from the factory. They're numbered, but they're never in any real sequence. I don't know why they do that, but this actually looks like it's never been changed. And this chain is very loose. I mean, it had to have been throwing codes for quite a while. It most likely rattled on startup for the past 5 years. That tensioner's way out too. It definitely needs a chain. I'll probably change the phasers. I'm going to clean all this stuff out and see what I have left. You can tell this truck's definitely been messed with. The water pump's been replaced, and it's got the wrong colored antifreeze in it. Plus, the clamps for the charged air lines were facing the wrong direction. But it doesn't look like anyone's opened this up. If they have, they were really good at putting the silicone on. I'm good like that, so it's a possibility. Okay, all that stuff's out of there. The cams are locked in place. This idler doesn't have any play in it. You would think there'd be some play in that thing by now. That might have been replaced at one point, or it just held up that good, I'm not sure. Over here in this pile of fun, we got the main chain. If it ever had been replaced, it was a long time ago because these teeth are pretty rounded off. Even if it had been changed, these little chains have not been changed. They're very loose. They got a lot of side-to-side play. They feel like they're about to come apart. And then our cam solenoids are caked with pleasure. Look at that. That's just debris in the oil that accumulated in that screen. That's what that screen's there for, but that's a lot of debris. And it doesn't feel metallic, it feels like sludge. Our timing chain guides are pretty seriously worn. I can feel it when I run my finger across it, but you're not going to see that in the video. But yeah, that's all the fun stuff I pulled out of here. If that is the original timing kit, it wouldn't be the first time I've seen an F-150 with a 3.5 driving around at 300,000 miles on a chain that should have been replaced at 150,000 miles. It's not that uncommon, but I'm going to get all this stuff cleaned up, sort out what I'm going to save, and get it ready to put back together. Then I'll make a video showing you how to time this thing. If that's the kind of thing you want to see, I could use a few more followers. I'm getting really close to that 10,000 follower mark, and I'd really like to reach that goal.